Oh, I'll try, dude. Like,
So,
we'll lead into that. We'll lead into that because I think people want to see like what we missed. So we'll leave that. To
what we missed.
Yeah, what we missed, Lover. What did we miss? Go to. Oh yeah, actually, I think people already know.
What did we miss?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing, because we platinumed this in our first playthrough. But in the interest of seeing the other ending.
Oh, we're gonna start with that, right? We're not. You don't care about the folder that has the info, or because if you don't care, then we don't need to check.
I kind of want to see the Stay in Haven ending.
But, yeah, but what I'm saying is like maybe if we do that, then like we would end with that, then our thoughts. You know what I mean? So like, are you good for not seeing the what's in that folder or no?
Well, I mean, we could just replay the scene on its own.
Yeah, let's do that actually. Yeah, let's actually do that and then exit out the scene. Yeah. Because I think. Oh yeah, it's gonna start with the questionnaire stuff, huh? Wait a minute. But yeah, bonus episode, guys. Side B, side bonus.
Welcome back, Alex.
Okay, that kind of creeped me out. What do you mean, welcome back?
Colorado? Let's start with something positive. What did you learn from your visit to Haven Springs?
Absolutely nothing. I didn't.
Everything I thought I'd learn turned out to be wrong.
Very good, Alex.
Very good. Bro, that's something we need to figure out. Who the fuck is Dr. Len, really?
I'm proud of you for trying. You helped some people. Chased a mystery. Got to kiss a sweet boy. But Alex, you're right back where you started.
I know.
I know.
Oh, you don't know anything, Alex. You don't even know you're not really here.
Wow. That's more condescending than the choice we got before.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
Alright, moment of truth, boys. Like, we already seen, like, the number, I'm assuming.
I guess that's me. Case number 53322.
Read.
Alexandra Alex Chen, age 21, gender female, emotional instability, occasional violent outbursts, hallucinations, visual hallucinations, oral, delusional ideation, depression, anxiety, diagnosis, question mark.
Thrown down a... what?
Alex experiences a detailed and robust delusion that she is able to read other people's emotional states and believes that because of this ability, she is uniquely equipped to help others overcome their own emotional trauma. It's difficult to overlook the irony. Someone as profoundly dysfunctional as Alex adopting the role of emotional caretaker.
Wow.
Had she not been returned to my care, I do not think it hyperbolic to speculate that her reckless attempts at fixing her friends and family would eventually have gotten someone hurt. It's my belief that Alex's delusions constitute a threat to her continued well-being, as well as those of others. As such, I recommend Alex be thrown down an endless pit, her body shattered against each jutting board and errant brick, until she is forgotten in the darkness beneath the world? This is, in my professional opinion, the most humane thing we can do for her. What the fuck? That's
I'm not gonna lie to
amazing!
you. That's amazing! Well, you freaking sick motherfucker, you.
No, okay, it's amazing because this therapist is deranged and fucked up enough to actually write that on paper.
The fact that you think that's real is like what's killing me. There's
Well, I
no
mean,
way
obviously it's an
shit.
illusion in Alex's head. Like, obviously
Yeah,
we
yeah.
both know that, but
But we
that's
were
how
kind of
that's how she views the doctor.
yeah.
That's amazing.
I'm telling you, dude, she is top tier. Like, there's nothing more I can really say. But I'm glad we went through that because, like, shit, we missed really good dialogue.
Yes.
And I guess we can open the door, and if the door doesn't open, then let's get the fuck out of here. Just quit. Oh. Alright, goodbye.
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 For this scene, anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. We gotta show people the meat and potatoes. See if literally, because I'm not gonna lie to you, Silver. No matter how good the Haven ending is, I think I'm happy the ending we got. Like it was a pure symbolism of Alex's character to me, but I gotta see this Haven ending
I disagree with you, but that's neither here nor there.
Not the pure symbolism when it comes to like, you know, like her wanting to fit in and feeling like she belongs and having a home and whatever. Obviously, like that's more so the other ending. I'm talking about the whole like adventureness to it, you know.
Yeah, which isn't really so much part of Alex's character at the end of the day.
But it is a part of her character, though.
But not the majority part. She only went on the adventure that she did because she wanted to find where she belonged.
I know. I'm gonna say this though because we were inside of shit. I think the ending we chose is like the realistic ending. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm okay with it, honestly.
Again, we disagree, but I can't exactly call it a bad ending by any means.
So you're telling me if you were Alex, I don't know, I'm not saying it's a bad ending, but I'm saying if you were Alex and you went through this whole journey of this game, you'd still stay in the town? Stay in the city?
I mean, when you consider the fact that almost everyone in the town except for Eleanor had my back at the end of the day, even after all the crazy shit I said, I'd kind of feel like you know, they want me there.
Yeah, the silence is worse. I need to get some air.
Fair enough. But yeah, if you do ever have like nightmares when you sleep about like falling to a pit or like have a gun like almost like, you know, grazing your shoulder or fucking
been there, done that.
Also bad dreams about like, you know, Gabe's death reiterating over and over again and PTSD and such. Then yeah.
Replace Gabe with my father, and yeah, you're kind of already there.
I guess. Or we can go upstairs. I really can't believe Eleanor was on our side, bro. If we would have got that, bro, we could have got the... that would have just been the perfect, you know?
Yeah.
Clean sweep, basically.
Ryan, I'm so sorry.
I know. So, what's next for Alex Chen? I guess I'm asking because I'm in. I mean, whether it's here or anywhere else. If you want me, I'm there.
Now you can say your thank yous.
That's really sweet, Ryan. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
I'm not used to getting to decide what I want. I guess I'd better think about it.
I guess so. You know where to find me.
Whole folder thing that we checked, they basically showed like, you know, Alex's age, because I think that's something we never knew until that point. Because I didn't really know she was 21. I was like, she has to be drinking age, because she's been drinking like a motherfucker. That would have been the biggest swerve of all time.
Oh.
Huh.
Alright, so we would have to actually restart from this scene. We want the other ending.
Yes. Oh, okay.
And if I'm gonna do that, first I would rather make a new save file.
Yeah.
But
Technical difficulties.
nah, not even that. I don't really feel like creating a new save file. So
You got your platinum, right?
exactly. But
So if we lose it, we lose it. But I think we're restarting from
no,
that
we
point.
don't. No, we don't have. We're not gonna lose the platinum, but
No, I'm not talking about the plan. I'm talking about like our playthrough. Like if we lose it, this will be able to like yeah, restart. Maybe we'll give you. Yep, there you go. So wait, are something called a new feature, or is that what? Is that the ending that we got? Called?
I don't know. We'll find out.
And also, if there's a way you can skip like getting out of bed and such, that'd be cool. Yo, those faces loaded in at a weird time, bro. I thought like,
Huh.
something. Yeah, you can't skip this.
Sadly, no.
That's a shame. Yeah, yeah, that would just pause it. Also, there's something that I will mention when we get to like the thoughts of, you know, what we think about the game. 'Cause there's something else like I'm like, if that were to happen, that'd be fucking insane.
Hmm.
I see him once again.
Yeah, the silence is worse. I need to get some air.
Speedrun.
After summoning
Speed
all
run
my
a
strength
go-go.
and willpower. Ryan, I'm so sorry.
I know. So, What's next for Alex Chen?
I guess you could say thank you again
I
because that was a
guess
quick one.
I'm asking because I'm in. I mean, whether it's here or anywhere else. If you want me, I'm there.
That's really sweet, Ryan. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
I'm not used to getting to decide what I want. I guess I'd better think about it.
I guess so. You know where to find me.
Yep. Now. Let us go. Bro, this is gonna get me emotional again, bro. Like, cause I'm not gonna lie to you, when Gabe was like talking about, like, that's another thing, reason why I didn't want to stay in Haven, bro. Like, that shit was just too emotional for me, bro.
All right,
Pansy.
just tell me.
You say pansy, but it's just like, you know, when too much emotions consume you,
My
Silver,
future.
you're not you. Shit.
What to do? The night of the Spring Fest, Ryan made a strong case for why I should stay in Haven. The idea of making this place my home. It seemed nice. Of course, that was before all the shit went down. Come on, you're the know-it-all. So tell me.
Actually, I do know what you should do. You should stay in Haven.
You're right.
Of course. You're right. I've never had a home before. Friends, a job, a place to live. Why would I give that up now?
Then again, maybe leaving would be better.
What?
You're young, you suddenly have a little money, friends. And don't you think it's time to give this music thing a real shot? No, you should definitely leave.
Oh, fuck off. Stop it, Gabe. I don't need the mysterious spirit bullshit right now. I just need
My big brother.
I just need my big brother.
I'm sorry.
I know.
But here's something.
And he played a sad music too, bro. Oh my god.
It's 3 hours from now. A bus pulls away.
Oh.
No, you can't.
You're not on it.
I wanted to skip this, but since it's gonna play, I'll grab water real quick.
Yep.
Ryan approves. Life goes on. You go back to work. You settle into a routine. And one day, with almost no warning, Steph up and bolts town. It hurts. what, she does offer you a going away present. Her job. You take it. All those years of being a music snob finally pay off. And little by little, time does its thing. The apartment starts to feel less like a museum and more like a home. Thoughts of Jed, of Typhon, even of me, begin to fade into the background. The rooftop is your stage. You perform every week to a small but adoring group of fans. Maybe while you play, you wonder what could have been. Performing for more people in more cities, sharing your music with the world. Or maybe you never think about that much at all. You don't know exactly when it happens, but one day you look around and find that you have transformed this place just as much as it has transformed you.
So you're here, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's this line that Gabe says, and that's like ultimately what like sold me on the choice that we made. I think he's probably gonna say it now. Or
And
no,
the most
no.
extraordinary thing of all is just how normal it feels. You don't question it, you don't doubt it, or wonder what might have been. It's your life. The
It's
life you
your
fought so hard to
life.
have. And for the first time in a long time,
Ain't gonna
you just
live
live.
forever.
I just wanna live when I'm alive. It's my
Thank you.
life.
Don't mention it.
Alright, listen to what Gabe says here.
You really think I'll transform Haven?
Of course, you already have. With your gift, your music, just by being you. But Alex, that doesn't mean you have to stay. You have the potential to do that anywhere you go.
We said.
Where am I
Oh, yeah.
supposed to go? I don't
Oh, we
have
already
any
said
other
that
home.
though.
That is true. But you didn't have any home before coming
Oh,
here.
yeah. Well,
And look what happened.
So we
The
said.
truth is, There's no telling what that version of your future might be. The only promise is the adventure.
The only promise is the adventure.
So, what do you think?
I swear to you, you probably didn't say that line, bro, and showed us what we've seen, bro. Yep. Stay in Haven.
I know what I want.
I wonder if I needed actually more liquor. Fuck it. Let's see this shit. We got the better ending. Yep. Oh shit. We got the better ending, Summer. That wasn't really that good compared to. I thought the freaking.
It's so funny how we disagree immensely on this ending.
Be honest over like. Okay. You think it's a better ending because that's what Alex really wanted. That's what you really wanted, and it just seems like it's poetic just to stay.
Correct.
I'm talking about the presentation. It was literally her at the bridge, looking at the mountains, reflecting, getting up, smiling, walking off to the sunset. While the one we got was literally everybody showed up to our leaving. Ryan had his suitcase. He was going to leave with us. We said our goodbyes. We went on the bus. We went to this basic, like, I don't know, this Rux place where basically we got the performance such. And, like, we actually had a text of dialogue where we said, like, you know, hello, my name is Regan, and I'm ready to perform and such. And it showed the pictures and the memories and such. It was more of a visual pleasing ending. So that alone is why I'm saying we, like, you know, chose a better ending. We didn't choose the ending that lacked. We chose the ending that actually gave more for the ending.
Okay.
Yeah. That being said, though, any thoughts, Silver? Or do you want me just to start this whole joint?
My thoughts.
Yeah, I'll let you go first.
I don't know if you can agree with me or not, but and this is actually kind of hard for me to say.
Yeah.
This is the best story in the series. From start to finish, this is the best story in the series.
So you're telling me all the people that said widely acclaimed, like, this is like the best. This is the one of the best that was raved. even I think like the sales for this game was actually really good from what I was hearing and such. You're telling me it all lived to the hype?
Lived to the hype is playing it safe.
Okay.
This game, the story of this game basically blew any expectations out of the water. I can't remember the last time I've come across a cast of characters where even if I didn't like them, I couldn't sit there and say they're poorly written. Every single character in this game is well written. Every single character in this game has a good story behind them, based on what we were shown. Even Jed, for as much as you despise him by the end, you can completely understand how he got where he is.
Oh yeah.
He is a very relatable, I mean, maybe sympathetic might not be the right term, but he is a very understandable fall from grace type of character.
Yes, yes.
But I love the fact that they went that route instead of having Typhon be the final obstacle. The fact that it was Jed made it that much more personal.
It did.
Because the entire game was building Jed up to be, your father figure. The person who let you stay in his establishment, let you work in his establishment, gave you everything that you basically needed to start a new life.
Yeah.
Just to flip the switch on you when you got too close to discovering what was going on.
And it could have been something he might have been planning along since the beginning. You never know, but at the same time, though,
nothing that he said kind of made you think that he was gonna do that.
No, not at all. The only thing, I'm not gonna lie to you, Sylvan, but the thing is, like, for the expense purposes and like, seeing how things play out and such, I had bad feelings when he was like, when we talked to him at the basically when he called it down and he said like, I know, the secrets about Typhon and this and that, and he basically said like, instead of telling you, I could show you. And then when we went up the mountain and it was dark and this and that, I'm like, there could be a chance where he can literally kill us.
Yeah.
We didn't take Ryan with us. We didn't take Steph with us. We didn't take anybody. We went alone with him. That's when I was like, no, because I'm like, this is Jed though we're talking about here. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, if there's anybody else.
And that's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
I talked about the story. Does anything even need to be said about the best soundtrack in this series?
I will say, even though I think Life is Strange 2 soundtrack is beyond good, like it's way better than like people say it is, but this game soundtrack is super good. But the thing is, like Life is Strange 1, and when I'm talking about 1, I'm talking about its whole universe. I'm talking about like 1 and Before the Storm. You got
okay.
You have to put it all together because it's the same story. It's the same story. It's just like it's a prequel of the story. So I'm putting all that together in one category. Then I'm putting Life is Strange 2, and like you're going by game. I'm going by like series, like this, like season, like basically. If anything, like it's a part of the same story narrative. So me personally, I'm putting
okay. So if you want to go that route, then the 2 games or the 2 series is Life is Strange 1, Life is Strange Before the Storm, and Life is Strange True Colors. Because this is all the same universe.
No, you know
Life
what I
is
mean,
Strange
bro.
2 is... Life is Strange 2 is the only separate...
I'm talking about story narrative. There's literally Life is Strange 1, Life is Strange 2, Life is Strange 3, True Colors.
This
Life
is not 3, though.
It's three. It's three. Like I'm not like they call it the true colors because guess what's over? It was in the name the whole time. We didn't know Jed's true colors until the very end. That's why this game is called True Colors. I respect that. But at the end of the day, this is Life is Strange 3. Because if they make another Life is Strange, they're calling it 4. Or they're calling it a gimmick, whatever. Like, or something like, I don't know. I think they took a chance at it. This is essentially Life is Strange 3. It's not like a, filler game or whatever. This is the third installment in the franchise. Point blank. With that being said, each one's have their, they have their 3 stories. One has the, the luxury of actually having a prequel that's connected to the shit. You could say 2 has, whatchamacallit, the Amazing Adventures of Captain Spirit. Like, at the end of the day, that's kind of like something that...
That was more of a tech demo.
Tech demo. That's not like, yeah. So, with that being said, but even if you were to separate, say like, okay, so it's like Life is Strange, then Before the Storm, then 3,
then 2,
then
then True Colors.
Then even with that being said, then like you can still make the claim like, does this game have a better soundtrack than or are the songs better in this game than Before the Storm? Are the songs in this game better than the original? I have a hard time saying that shit.
I don't.
I do, and I'll tell you why I do. When your own time, Silver, because I think it's out. Listen to like the whole OST of the first Life is Strange 1 and 2. It's I said 1, 2. Well, this and Before the Storm. It's godly, bro. It's godly, bro. It's godly. And I'm not gonna even lie to you, Silver. The music in that game was as emotional as the music in this game, and obviously, like, there was certain tracks that was giving me teary-eyed in this one, bro. But Life is Strange 1, the music was, it made me bawl out like a motherfucker. And not only that, but like it made me fucking like for like the whole freaking month that whole game came out, whatever. Like that whole story was lingering in my mind, dude. Like I'm like, bro, that's a masterpiece in a nutshell. But now knowing what you're saying about this game, you're gonna consider this one a masterpiece, then, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good to know. But I'll say this though, music aside, why I'm gonna support you heavy on this one, like, or not make fun of you saying like this is like the greatest Life is Strange ever. The character, Silver, man. Alex has all the tools, if not like the tool of being probably like if you were to make the claim saying like Alex is the best protagonist, that I have no fight with like.
Well, by the end of the game, I probably would make that claim.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you said that she had the best, you have more of a fight on me than saying this game has the best soundtrack and the best story. Because I've seen friggin' Alex's development from start to beginning, and like I mean, bro, she was already good. She was already a good, lovable character in the first freaking like 5 to 10 minutes of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it never got to the point where I was like, bro, now she's going a little bit crazy. Now she's going a little bit like, she did something I didn't really like. This and that. The fact that like the game gave you a lot of options where it came to, helping somebody or walking away. That was actually kind of that actually kind of piqued my interest a little bit because I was like, wow, these are literally the thoughts that are going into Alex's mind. Like you and I in that situation, it wouldn't really be a choice. Like calm this person down, take the person's anger down, this and that, or walk away. We would immediately jump to the hasten and actually be like, hey, we're gonna help this guy. We're gonna help this girl. We're gonna help this kid. We're gonna help everybody because, And the fact that she's kind of like a moral compass type of character, compared to like all the other characters, kind of like that's kind of cool and such. And plus, she's a badass.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of like she's literally everything that you like in Max, but the action's 100% Chloe. So she's kind of like a combination, or the brash nature. Oh, what the fuck? The controller's connected to it?
Yeah, I did.
You charge that joint while I say this, but yeah, she's kind of like a combination of both. And in my opinion, those were.
It was just that when there's no input for a certain amount of time, then the controller automatically turns off.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened. But go on.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, you can agree with me. Like it's a combination, like both of their, like like the dominance, the the badassery of Chloe, the freaking snarkiness, the good with words, you know, peaceful, loving, you know. Like she's like a bundle of like every emotion that you like and such, which that I'm like, yeah. If you make that claim, and also if you were to make the claim with the, I don't know if you can really make the claim about the power. The power, like, I will definitely say, like, Alex's power in this game is definitely better than the powers in, like, Life is Strange 2. But I think Max will still forever hold the title of actually having the best power of all time, though. That power, bro. Going back in time, I don't know, man. That added, like, not only is that, like, in gameplay, not cheat code, but, like, not only is it a good...
The game was built around that mechanic.
That's what I'm saying. No, you obviously built around that mechanic, but I feel like just because she had that powers and how it worked through the story, it complemented the gameplay. To the point where, like, it's like, dude, this story's fuego, this story's fire, and I have full control of it because the character I'm playing literally has powers to bend time. It's kind of like, and imagine bending time in a decision-based game. That's kind of in its own, like, subgenre when you really think about it. Like, that's kind of like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's really great and all. But, yeah, the story, like, I don't know. Like, to me, like, it's still kind of a toss-up. Like, you know, because in my opinion, like, as I, you know, iterated, like, Life is Strange 1, dude, there's a reason why they're remaking that game, bro. That game set a trend, was such a perfect story, had the perfect characters, perfect side character, and then had a bonus, like, prequel that added on to, like, more, like, added on to a character that we kind of loved in the game, or, like, you know, Chloe loved, and we wanted to know more about her because she was cool and such, and it just added and added and added, and that universe to me was just more appealing. Like, I don't know. Like, it has its own, like, this is a close, like, either it's neck and neck with the, you know, the cast and, like, the story of the first one, or the first one just a little bit better, but that's my personal opinion when it comes to this shit. But I will say this though, and this ultimately is, I think, why I will go with Life is Strange 1 than this game. Both games had a really, 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 really good plot twist. And in my opinion, Silver, not gonna lie to you, I think the Mr. Jefferson twist is actually better. So, my personal opinion. The Mr. Jefferson one was so left field, but like it was like something like, oh, they put that in the story just for shock value, and then when you start from beginning to end, everything was leading up to that moment. He literally, even there was like the first dialogue you ever meet the guy, he literally said, imagine me painting you in a dark room and you have no control and nothing. He said that in the beginning, and it literally was him just literally saying, I can do whatever I want because I'm crazy, I'm fuck, or whatever, this and that. And we couldn't see it. If this game had something when it came to that, and Jet being just a maniacal, like, you know, because the thing about Jet's character has redemption. And, you know, to me, like, that still makes it obviously, like, what he does, like, good villain roles and that, but it's like his character still got redeemed. What Mr. Jefferson did, that's what you call a fucking real, like, unsympathetic villain. Like that's something like I just like that's beyond monstery. Like he kind of makes what Jed did in his game like nothing. But doesn't mean that what Jed, like, dude, like this, bro, from start to finish, like Jed's churn was like as unpredictable. Like if I'm saying Jed's churn is literally similar to like Mr. Jefferson, that's a high compliment.
Mm-hmm.
That's beyond crazy and such. But the thing I was gonna say, Silver, actually, let me take a sip of this real quick. Fuck. Okay. So, the thing I was saying, the twist that they could have done, like, or something they could have done to this, that could have just made me go, oh my god, that's crazy as hell. And and that being the case, like, I don't know how the ending of the game would have been if, and this is crazy to think, if Gabe really never died, and we met him down in the mines.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing, and what made that crazy though is like we'd be like wondering like, wait, you've been here in a month, this and that, whatever, and he could be like, yo, I was fucked up with my injuries and such. I had to learn to like live in nature and such. I didn't like I was clouded in my emotions and such, and then like the final thing could have been like unlocking like all the trauma that Gabe's been going through. So when you really think about it, Gabe's character, from start to end, was like written as the perfect character of all time. The fact that he never had any like baggage or anything that we could have cured him with, like kind of like, you know, oh man, like I wish it was something that kind of like, you know, stemmed from the past, like, you know, the whole like, yeah, I like how the chapter basically did like the live stream episode 5 of the original, where basically it's kind of like Bizarro World. They gotta keep that trend. I love the Bizarro World trend. Basically, like flashback reality, but in this case they made it look like it was kind of like whatchamacallit, like a oh, I'm dying type of scenario, or dream type dying type of scenario. So I appreciate that. But if they kept Gabe alive somehow, like, because the thing is they never like, you know, showed the body or whatever, and that's still kind of bugging me a little bit, you know. Like I feel like they could have like said, or they could have had an announcement or something where they're like, you know, like we found Gabe's remains and like we're kind of burying him at like a top, like, you know, place of honor and such. Like if anything, we only give him like the lantern type of ending, you know, and it's kind of like, oh. But if Gabe somehow lived it, how we somehow lived the fall, because I don't know how the fuck we lived the fall, and then we met up. We found a secret together about our dad, and then everything we used against that, we go back to Jed. Oh, dude, that would have been just so crazy. And the thing is, it wouldn't just been like, you know, like Alex just like cutting Jed a new one. It would have been the tag team duo of Jed and freaking Alex. That's like a what if scenario, obviously, but like something like that would have just been like, you know, that's kind of like, that's some left field, you know. And I know Silver's snoring because he, you know, he's on my theory, he's like boring as fuck.
Nah, that's not it. It's just late.
Yeah. But no, what do you think of that, Silver? Like, do you think that would have like ruined the game for you? That would have been like a scenario?
No, not at all.
No, you love it, right? Because it would have been like a tag team duo on Jed, basically. Because Jed not only tried killing Gabe, potentially, but he tried killing you, and then you tell Gabe that, and it's kind of like, that's the motivation. He needs to come out of the mine. And, because the thing is, picture this. What about if Gabe couldn't leave the mine because he couldn't have the gall and heart and to know, like, if he leaves here, what can he do to Typhon? You know? Like imagine the thoughts in his going through his mind, like, what about if it would have been just better if I was dead instead of me coming back out of nowhere alive? Like, stuff like that, like, oh, that's like, I don't know, bro. But I'm
sure.
Just like, you know, yeah. That being said, though, any final thoughts on anything, I guess? Or, you know, what do you think for the future of this franchise?
The future of this franchise. I want to see a sequel to True Colors.
Okay.
Focused on Ryan and Alex's journey.
That's something they never did, and I feel like low-key if this game does like, because the reason why they did Before the Storm is because of how like amazing and polarizing the first game was. It was kind of like an iconic success type of scenario. So if this game goes into like the story gets so good to the point where it's kind of like on demand that people want to know, people want the continuation of Alex's story, then yeah, I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, speaking of future, soon, but this won't be the last time, obviously, we're going to be playing True Colors, because if you look at the fourth option on this main menu, we still have one final segment of the game. And you can kind of read it in the bottom where it says, Deluxe Edition now enjoy Steph's story, Wavelengths, as soon as they're released. Visit online.lifeisstrange.com.
That's gonna be the next. That's gonna be the next part of Life is Strange.
Which honestly, in my opinion, I'm super excited for that DLC. Not only for the fact that like it's more True Colors, you know, the game that you love the most now in the franchise, because now I'm gonna hold you to that shit. But we need to know more about Steph. And I feel like the way we played the game, basically, we kind of shafted Steph. Like, we made her useful and did it.
I wouldn't say shafted.
Not shafted when it came to every option, but when it came to thing that I think everybody gets, or everybody, like, you know, the majority or whatever, we didn't get that. We didn't get the, you know, like, the happy Steph ending. You know what I mean? And to get the happy Steph ending, you would have to romance her. Like, that's, like, bottom line. So, the fact that we didn't do that, we kind of have to do justice on her story. That's what I'm really thinking.
Okay.
So there's that, and yeah, I don't know. This like, yeah, this game, like, I'm not gonna lie, so it really mirrors the first Life is Strange. So like, it's like basically like, Mac is kind of like Nathan, freaking Jed played the role of freaking Jefferson. Honestly, like, yeah, and then basically, like, yeah, I don't know, there's a lot of like mismatches that you can kind of be like, yeah, like this, yeah, I don't know, like think this through, and I guess when we finish the Steph story, then I'm gonna come to the ultimate conclusion that whether this is the greatest one or not. Because right now I can't really say it, but it's just, I will say this though, the ending. Oh, that's another thing too. That's something else too. So I don't know if you're still with me or not, but to end off this, what do you guys think? Yeah, because I've been babbling all day. I will say, Life is Strange 1, even though I think it's the greater story, had the crazier ending. The ending that you got in that game, or basically between the two choices, were crazy as hell, memorable and iconic as hell, and made you feel like, you know, craziness. Like, I'm not talking about, like, obviously in this game where, like, Gabe talks or whatever, because that's not really considered the ending. That's kind of like building up to the ending. I'm talking about, like, the ending where you find a new life, or you stay in Haven. The Life is Strange 2, it's ultimate crutch, ultimate, what do you call it? Thing that's going to make it, like, you know, the game that stands on its own right and gets people to talk about them. That game had 7 different endings, or actually 4 different endings. Total when it comes to like ultras or whatever. That game will be known as like the one that had the craziest endings of all time. So I guess at the end of the day, moral of the story, each Life is Strange has its own thing that really makes it special. So it's all subjective at the end of the day. So,
Sure.
that being said, Silver. Yeah, but I only have 7 minutes. Okay. Yeah. But I want to make something. I'm thinking of something actually. Next time we actually record, and I guess when Steph's story comes out, because I think it's supposed to be coming out sometime this week or whatever. Whenever it does come out, before we actually do Steph's story, Silver, I want you to get that high score in Mindhunt, bro. If anything, you already got the high score in the alien invasion shit, so it'd be kind of poetic justice if you get the high score in Gabe's honor too in the Mindhunt. That's your word on that.
Oh, what?
It's like, the meds are kicking in. I need 99.
Well, when you've been up since 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, Silver. Yeah. Yeah. No, I was gonna say like
almost
basically
1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 1:17 in the morning.
Yeah, I would say so. We're like, let's just wrap this up. But like, we basically have 6 minutes on the thing where it auto saves itself. So like,
Yeah.
Basically what I was just saying was like, you know, when we start recording again for like the DLC, before you start the DLC, try getting a high score on the Mindhunt, because you can just play the arcade games on the settings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, like, or extra in an arcade mode, and then we only got the high score for So. Oh, and yeah, and then I guess this is I'll leave this on you, Silver, and then you can end the recording. What are you gonna be looking forward to when it comes to like the Wavelengths DLC? Like, obviously, if there's one thing that you want from that, you know, if it's LARPing, if it's you name it, like, what would be that one thing that you would want in that episode?
One thing that I want?
Yeah. And it could be literally anything.
Well, the smartass in me
Yeah.
wants to say no more having a bunch of papers on the table to make you. Wait, what was?
Huh?
Should I play stops in 5 minutes? Okay.
Yeah, so you got 5 minutes to talk, and then wrap it up. But what was the answer that you mentioned? What the fuck?
Wait, what?
You know the question I asked you? Or like you?
Like. Yeah.
What would be the one thing one are looking forward to in the Wavelength DLC that we're gonna play in the future?
Oh, for the Wavelength DLC? That's pretty
Yeah.
easy. Getting to do the radio station.
Radio station?
Getting to be a DJ.
Oh, okay. Well, you kept it pretty
Coming up with the ideas for the LARP.
You kept it pretty tame.
I mean,
Right.
and also, like, obviously learning more about Steph's character and why she chose to go to Haven Point, obviously, but...
There you go. There you go. That's probably like story-wise, like the most important thing. But what you mentioned gameplay-wise, that would be super entertaining.
What about you?
Me? I know it's been asking too much, but I'm gonna keep asking this until like they actually give me what I want, and I think low-key eventually one of these days they're gonna cave. I want either a return, a cameo, an Easter egg, a reference of anything that is Life is Strange. Whether it's Life is Strange 2, whether it's Life is Strange 1, whether we fucking get to meet freaking stepdad again, I don't know, like, or anything, or maybe Chloe, or maybe Max, or maybe like or something, maybe a tribute to like Rachel or something that has to do with the previous like meta and such. And
well, I mean, Steph is from Before the Storm.
basically, so if anything, like the greatest thing to me would be like if the character would show up.
Yeah.
And if that happens, then that DLC is 100% worth it, and everybody should buy it if you haven't bought it already. So.
Well, if you pre-ordered the game, depending on which pre-order you got, like, you automatically will get it when it comes out.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you're a fan of story games, True Colors is definitely worth the price of admission.
And also, this was made by Deck 9, not Donut. Donut are the two people that made basically the first Life is Strange and the second Life is Strange. So the people who made Before the Storm Silver made this game. So you're telling me, because now knowing that, like, the series is in good hands going forward, right? If
What, Don't Nod isn't doing it anymore?
No, they're not doing it no more, no.
Oh, okay.
That's why if you can't tell, the interface in this game is very Before Stormish. I noticed that off rip. Even the colors, like if you look at the purple, like or the like in the chapter, like the colors that's Before Storm colors and such.
Well, I mean, the colors are alternating between all the different emotional colors.
Yeah. But basically, that's kind of similar to the colors from Before the Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time. It is. Yeah, next time we're doing...
Next time, we do Wavelengths. Whenever it comes out.
Yep.
Hope you all enjoyed.
Yep. If you
Peace
didn't,
out.
well, bitches.
And Alphabet Supers.
Alex is the best for life.
Hold my nuggets.
He's the